Is that better or worse? Okay. For those who don't know me, my name is William Domi. I'm the agent for the Board of Health and Environmental Matters. And I'm also a registered professional engineer in the civil area. And this sort of thing is the type of thing that I deal with in my livelihood. Because of the sensitivity of this area, which clearly, because of the relative elevations with the surrounding waters and zones, etc., do require a great deal of care when these structures that they rely on for drainage, etc., are desired. So the Board of Health, of course, has in fact had the experience with this sort of thing right along for a whole number of years. Now, as the Board of Health, since when this came out, did in fact have a meeting and to decide what we wanted to, how we wanted to approach this. And it's pretty much as follows. This will also tell you about some of the concerns that they have. As requested by the Medfield Board of Health, I briefly reviewed the application for a comprehensive permit for Chapter 40B in the park at Medfield. And essentially, what we were concerned with was the list of waivers that comes along with the request of the applicant, which literally totally decimate all of the Board of Health regulations on the books. And we're very concerned about that because we don't know who's going to come in. We don't know the details of their submittal because we certainly haven't had, the allowed basic time to deal with it yet. But it's a great concern and probably not in the best interest of the town. Although that doesn't necessarily always a criteria as has been stated. As I said, we have a list of waivers, and just to give you a little bit of knowledge on that, we've listed four items that we have concern, but there's a whole lot more. There's a requirement, the requirement of the total volume of runoff. I hope you don't get to bore anybody, but basically, what we were concerned with is where does the water go when it rains and all that sort of thing. The Board of Health regulations, for instance, have a long-standing requirement that if it rains on an area that's been developed, etc., the rainfall, the volume of the rainfall will not be greater after the development than before the development. And that particular, that's very important when you're looking to eliminate flooding and are concerned with that sort of thing from the designs. So what the Board of Health regulations have is that this regulation is necessary, and the applicant has, of course, indicated that they don't want to do it that way. And of course, the reason being the state doesn't require it that way. So anyway, that's kind of one item. Another item is a facility such as this has some stormwater basins where the water collects and is infiltrated or slowed down in its, slowed down in its, than what it is now. And the Board of Health, for instance, requires that on these basins, that these slopes are not any steeper than a 4-to-1 slope, which is, you know, fairly friendly. If you have a lot of kids and stuff, nobody's going to go toppling down the slope and into the pond or anything like that.